Welcome to FiceFilm. Today we will explain the 2022 science fiction action film Jurassic World Dominion. Warning, this video contains spoilers. Enjoy! Four years have passed since the devastating volcanic eruptions and the Lockwood estate disaster, when extinct dinosaurs were still free to roam the world. There have been numerous dino-related fatalities. Some people believe that dinosaurs should be exterminated, while others sell and trade dinosaurs on the black market. The government delegated management of the matter to the Biosyn Genetics Corporation. Lewis Dodgson, the group's leader, has pledged to maintain the dinosaurs in a sanctuary so that more in-depth research can be done on them in quest of potential pharmaceutical resources. Claire Deering, a former operations manager for Jurassic World who is now employed by the Dinosaur Protection Group, and Zia Rodriguez, stole a baby dinosaur from a Biosyn lab. The Biosyn security personnel caught them, and they are now being chased. They escaped by traveling with Franklin Webb in a vehicle. Franklin and Zia informed Claire that they could no longer continue doing this kind of work. Owen, Claire, and Maisie, who now live in the woods in the Sierra Nevada mountains, hoping to keep Maisie hidden from the rest of the world. In the previous film, Maisie was a clone of her mother, Charlotte. Benjamin Lockwood, Maisie's grandfather and the operations manager in the Jurassic, cloned his granddaughter. Maisie was a virgin birth, and that her mother carried her in her own womb, which her grandfather kept hidden from her, and that she was genetically developed to be the same. Blue, Owen's trained velociraptor, unexpectedly brings a child that was born asexually to the cabin. Beta is what Maisie calls it. In an effort to find treatments for human diseases, Biosyn Genetics studies diseases in dinosaurs. Charlotte, on the other hand, realized she had a deadly hereditary disease. She was able to remove this from Maisie, allowing her to no longer carry the disease, but she took the knowledge of how to do so with her to her grave. This is why Dr. Wu has been looking for Maisie in order to find a way to destroy the genetically modified locusts that he has been developing for the Biosyn firm. Maisie sneaks away to a neighboring town when she becomes unhappy with her isolation. Agents of Biosyn are already spying on them. They kidnap both her and Beta. Owen and Claire instantly left to come to their aid. In Texas, swarms of huge locusts chase two kids. They were once thought to be extinct and have mysteriously returned, endangering the world's food supply. Now, Biosyn is the total opposite of InGen, and it's led by Lewis Dodgson, who you might recognize from the first Jurassic Park film. Now that he is in charge of the Locust Project, Ellie believes that these swarms have been attacking crops all around the world that weren't grown with seed from the company, which leads her to suspect that Biosyn created them. They are on the verge of creating a food crisis that will result in billions of people going hungry. Ellie approaches Dr. Alan Grant, a paleontologist and former co-worker, and describes the issue out of concern that it could spread and disrupt the food chain. After some hesitation, Dr. Alan Grant offers to help with the investigations into Biosyn's operations. Ellie thinks that genes that have been extinct since the Cretaceous have been used to change their DNA. Franklin, who now works for the CIA, is contacted by Claire. Due to their connections with the CIA, Claire and Owen are able to locate Maisie and Beta. They were given information about Della Corte by Franklin, who also directed them to Barry Sabine, a former employee of Owens's at Jurassic World. Wherever the mercenaries are bringing Maisie and Beta, Barry can assist in getting them there. They invade Malta and infiltrate a dinosaur black market there. Dinosaurs that were accidentally freed when authorities raided the market caused chaos. A Biosyn employee tells Claire and Owen that Maisie and Beta are being taken to Biosyn's headquarters in Italy's Dolomites mountain region. They come upon Kayla Watts, a sympathetic cargo pilot who has access to the Biosyn's headquarters. And the story focuses on eliminating Biosyn and surviving all of the dinosaurs that inhabit the area. When they run into cargo pilot Kayla Watts, she offers to fly Owen and Claire to the Biosyn's headquarters. Dr. Ian Malcolm, a former chaos theorist who now works for Biosyn, invites Alan and Ellie to the company's headquarters to assist him in discovering Lewis Dodgson's unlawful activities. Ian's friend and communications director Ramsey Cole offers assistance. It is shown that genetics is uninteresting. For Biosyn to rule the agricultural market, Henry Wu genetically modified the locusts to solely eat the crops of rivals. When Wu meets Maisie, he lets her know that she is not a clone. Instead, Maisie was created using the DNA of her mother, Charlotte Lockwood, a former co-worker of Wu's. In Wu's opinion, The DNA of Maisie and Beta holds the key to develop a pathogen that can stop the locust pandemic. When they entered Biosyn airspace, some coatless Quetzal attack Kalos' cargo jet. Owen and Kayla survive a crash landing, but Claire escapes. The three get together after having separate encounters with a Trisosaurus and a Pyroraptor. Alan and Malcolm end up rescuing Maisie and attempting to flee, which is when they encounter Owen, Claire, and Kayla in the forest. Ian and Ramsey permit Ellie and Alan entry to a restricted lab inside the Biosyn facility. They run across Maisie while stealing a locust sample. However, they have bigger problems that arise when a Giganotosaurus appears in the forest. This species is the world's largest predator, and it becomes the main dinosaur antagonist towards the end of the film. The group is now trying to climb a tower while the Giganotosaurus tries to devour them. Malcolm burns a branch on fire, but unlike in the first film, he ends up throwing it into the dinosaur's mouth. Claire stuns it at the top of the tower, causing it to leave. Lewis lights the locust laboratory on fire to obliterate any evidence after spotting them on surveillance cameras, but unintentionally starts a forest fire. Dodgson also terminates Ian for disclosing his plan. The group acknowledged that in order to leave, they needed to restore the electricity, and while one group dealt with that, the others went after Blue's baby. Dodgson tries to use a hyperloop to travel away with dinosaur embryos. He is trapped when the power goes out and slain by the tree Dilophosaurus. They spits acid in his face, reflecting Nerdy's fate while he was working for him. Alan, Ellie, and Maisie make their escape through a close underground amber mine. Once they locate Ian, they run into Owen, Claire, and Kayla. As the group tries to flee, they stumble upon Dr. Wu, who has a bit of a redemption arc in the film. And despite the fact that the previous two saw him as a villain, he helps to design a method to eliminate the locusts, thus saving the Earth. To save the dinosaur from the fire, electronic gadgets summon the dinosaurs to the Biosyn headquarters. Alan and Maisie assist Owen in capturing Beta. The group is terrorized by a Giganotosaurus until it is slain by a Therizinosaurus and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Tyrannosaurus impales the Giganotosaurus on its sharp talons after being pushed into its claws by a Rexy. Rexy comes out as the winner. Wu, who says he can exterminate the locusts, join the groups as they flee on a chopper. Wu releases a locust bag on the mainland that carries the pathogen he discovered while researching Maisie's and Beta's successful locust eradication. Before joining Ian and Ramsey and testifying against Biosyn, Ellie and Alan rekindle their romance. Beta and Blue are reunited when Owen, Claire, and Maisie get home. Ramsey ultimately comes out as Biosyn's whistleblower. And despite their struggles, humans decide to establish peace with the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs in Biosyn Valley are given refuge and are permitted to live freely away from human contact. There are multiple T-Rexes there, which also represents how the lost world is coming to an end. Ramsey might lead the dinosaurs in a helpful path. He ends up taking care of them, even if they have been taken advantage of in the past. Being a whistleblower reveals his allegiances, and now that Biosyn Valley is a refuge, he might take care of them. Also, Blue is reunited with her mother. The end.